This is culture from the underground. This is culture from the underground. I hope this shit don't make me sick in the morning. It's not sick as I get sometimes. Anyways. The shit I do to bring you people quality entertainment at my expense. Anyways, culture from the underground, part 1. After the KMFDM installed Megalomaniac. If you're in KMFDM, they made a song called Megalomaniac. One of the lyrics is counterculture from the underground. Well, I am your curry. I can't say these damn words. I am your messiah of nonsense. Listen, get to this. Okay. Watch live. Falsely condemns InfoWars protest. InfoWars. Sorry, whoever you are. Texas will not take the mark of the beast. Watch live. Falsely condemns InfoWars protest. Owen Sorer announces another. Meanwhile, President Trump openly announces that China and the WHO. He's not a WHO. He's a guy that doesn't like. Anyways, are behind the coronavirus. Yeah, I will say this, and I'll really look it up for you if you want. About microchipping the mark of the beast. I'm not a Christian. I'm actually a Satanist, ironically, but I don't like the idea of human microchipping because it's none of your damn business. Like I should not have no human being should have a fucking mark in them. No human being should have a microchip. The founding fathers, let's face it, we're pretty much Satanists. We don't want you to be a microchip. This is nonsense, admittedly, and there is proof behind this. Is a fucking real idea that they're rolling out, starting with cards, possibly because of coronavirus. And I always figured it would be because of immigration, and they would use white idiots' hatred of illegal immigrants. They would use their hatred of these poor people coming from other countries to roll out the microchip. But it looks like they're doing this. Anyways, this is interesting. I can't think of the name of the website, but I'm going to look it up. Look up some shit. Microchip tech. Microchip tech. And... shit, I can't remember it. DigiKey, microchip technology. I don't know what that is. I'm not saying anything because I don't know. Anyways, fuck that. Look, the point is, yeah, they want you to take a microchip in your hand or your ass. I don't know. This is gonna be a long 30 minutes because I planned for this to go at least 30 minutes, possibly longer, and this is going to suck. And I apologize to you all. I'm doing what I can do. I think I need to make longer videos. And I have always wanted to make longer videos, provided these go 30-something minutes, if they do. And if not, someone please warn me now. We open America, Surge Nation, Surge Nation ride, or whatever. Your children, and let's cut off half their skin on their penis. You seem to have no problem with circumcision of a baby male or of course, not your princesses. Never mind that. But the minute they say, hey, gee, you know what, man, you might want to put on a mask. Just a little thing you put over your head, because if you don't do that, you might catch a disease that could kill you. The minute they do that, no, I'm not doing that. What am I, a sheep? I'm not putting on your mask. It is causing me absolutely no fucking harm whatsoever, because that's the New World Order. But you had no problem turning over your male children to these same people, this same medical establishment, and strangers, if I can remind you, to do that, because you're so free thinking. Actually, no, I tell you what, here is what I'm thinking. I'm actually, in all honesty, you couldn't possibly give a shit about your children. I've said this before. let's say you have a child and you do this to them and they die, they bleed to death or they die from shock. And it's let's say you have a really crummy doctor that doesn't use the pain medicine that the tax dollars that they collect from us are supposed to pay for that goes to this. And that is largely going not to these minor instruments that are a dime a dozen and come cheap. No, it's supposed to go to the fucking pain medicine. And let's just say, for example, if we will, let's just say that they don't collect those tax dollars, take those tax dollars, rather to the pain medicine, then they're pocketing the money basically. But you have no problem handing over your baby to those very humane individuals, but you don't want to wear a fucking mask to keep other people from possibly becoming contagious or catching or taking a virus. Because why? Because that's sheepish. You don't want to be a sheep. Says who, whenever. And if possible, if anyone wants to chip in here and tell me what the fuck I need to talk about, because I don't know, that would be nice. I'm really stretching here for things to speak of. I guess I tell you what this. Here's something. WWE. Here's something positive things I will say about them. In addition to the Otis character, really more than the storyline, but his storyline with Mandy Rose. Here's what I will say. Otis is an interesting character. I find him entertaining. I like the story with him and Mandy Rose. The story that a lot of guys, many guys wanted to see, the loser gets a girl, it's a fun story. And I like his weirdness. I like the character. I like the character of Otis. I find it entertaining. I'm liking what they're doing for the most part with Roman Rose. And I'm liking what they're doing for the most part with Roman Rose, honestly. I mean, Roman Reigns, honestly. He was Rose Mandy Rose, but I meant Roman Reigns. I think Roman Reigns is a talent that is very talented. I like that name. Even that name, Roman Reigns, is a badass name. The fucking outfit he has, that big 2 R's on the chest, that old Shield outfit with the 2 R's on the chest, it's kind of like Undertaker's old outfit back from the Attitude Era. Boom, 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 boom. I like this shit. I think Reigns is awesome. I like the shit they're doing with Seth Rollins, moving his character, or rather directing his character in a new direction. And I like the shit they're doing with, I think her name is Liv Morgan. I like what they're doing with her because her character, she is rather moving along quite nicely. They finally followed up on the old vignettes from a couple of months ago. Some people said they wouldn't, and they did. And she's got kind of a goth type character now, punk rock character, kind of a alter ego, split personality, where she is she has this wild purple ass hair, wild hair, and it's like dyed purple, and she looks cool. She's got this crazy look in her eyes. She's cool. And like I said, I think I said Seth Rollins. I like his character. He seems like a real villain with a villainous perspective, but at least he has this perspective. It's not just, well, I'm the bad guy. He has a perspective, and he's not just some sports athlete like somebody like fucking Ray Keller wants to see, and Dave Meltzer. But I will separate Dave Meltzer from Ray Keller in this respect, or this aspect. He's not a fucking preachy, moralizing douchebag. He is not someone that will stand there and say, you should like this, that, and you're a misogynist. I have never seen Dave Meltzer do that. He is a wrestling geek. He just wants to see the wrestling, and he likes to rate fake matches, and he's made a lot of money off it, for his credit. I would never say he has been in his way of success. He has made a lot of money off fake fights, but he is not a social justice warrior, politically correct type guy like Ray Keller is, or Ryan Satin used to be. He is his person, and I respect that. And I think that his hatred of Vince Russo probably could be cleared up if he would just interview the guy. Like if they would just talk together. And I'm not a Dave Meltzer fan, but I honestly think Dave Meltzer is an okay guy. Like if he would just talk with Vince Russo, they could clear up a lot of their problems. And I mean, I think it's a shame that these two people hate each other so much, because I don't think it's necessary. I think they would probably get along. But he seems like a fun guy. He's probably a good father. He seems like he provides for his family. He seems like a nice father. Yeah, he's got 2 kids. He's 60. He's getting older. I mean, we should respect our elders. That doesn't mean we let them run our country, as is the case with Joe Biden. But the point is, we should respect our fucking elders, and he is what he is, and whatever. But the point is, I don't even know what the hell I was talking about. The point is, Ray Keller's an asshole. I don't have a problem with Dave Meltzer, to be honest with you. That's all. Anyways, let's move on. 666, the mark of the beast has arrived. That excluded quickly, and I swear to God, I did not know that would be like 2 lines down. Oh, fuck, man. I'm not shitting you. Okay. This is the most important issue. This is the most important issue in all of humanity. Will America remain free or become enslaved AI? Again, I don't know all the details about microchipping, human microchipping. I have supported transhumanism in the past, or rather before I have supported the transhumanist supposed agenda, agenda transhumanism, because I happened to have noticed females don't like becoming pregnant. They don't seem to enjoy that. Males don't like being yelled at, and I think it would make everyone a lot happier if you just fucking had an artificial room possible. And while you're at it, just get rid of gender, because we don't really have any use for it or reason to have gender anymore. And I don't object to that or oppose that. But now, when you are rather talking about microchipping, that is, of course, a completely different issue for me. I don't want to be microchipped, as I have said. And that's a different issue. I'm not going to read the entire stupid story, because that would take forever. 666. 666. The mark of the beast has arrived. Watch this InfoWars special report on Microsoft. Okay, but anyway, I'm sorry if it didn't. I guess it did. Anyways, I have to give them credit. 666. Mark of the beast. Our world war. Yeah, I've kind of fucked this up here. Yeah, sure. Look, anyways, all things considered, I will say this. I do think it's quite pathetic that America has essentially, or not America, rather, thank God, but Alex Jones has been relegated to the sad world of Microsoft World. Look, the guy has talent. Some people wanted to watch him. It's a bunch of nonsense, a lot of what he says. There's no reason to fucking take the guy's right to speak a race. They had no right to do that. He has a right to say every damn thing he wants, the same as anyone else. He takes part in gotcha journalism. And that was something Sarah Palin said. But the thing is, when you catch these people in fucking act, you really do have them in gotcha journalism. Damn. But anyway, you do get my opinion. You get my point, right? Yeah. Anyways, okay. Reopen America protest surge ride. So this would be to reopen America for what exactly? To serve donuts to the average fat ass. What do you want? You have a disease. What are you reopening for? Did they send you checks? Oh, we have to get back to work. Yeah, we've got to get back to work. No. If there is a disease epidemic or pandemic, rather, you should have been asking, and not even asking, but demanding your fucking representatives fucking take care of you, because your corporation, by the way, who rather, whether you like it or not, who I have to remind you, whether you like it or not, have been donated to and bailed out by your tax dollars, both automotive industries like Ford and other companies, as well as these banks. And I can't name the banks, I forget what they are, but you have bailed them out, and you have footed the bill to these cocksuckers, and then they want to fucking turn their back when you need their. What kind of shit is that? You know what I mean? Or rather, why don't they not fire you? Like, they have no right to fire you. They should have to keep you on task, whether you work there or not, or show up or not during a motherfucking epidemic or pandemic. They have no right to do that. And again, I just want to remind you, this is a very bad episode. In the first episode of From the Underground, this is counterculture from the underground. I am like Vladimir Lenin with a hangover and no fucking sense of charisma whatsoever, but I'm trying. Let's proceed. Like, emergency broadcast. We're at the crossroads. David Icke, damn you, not do. Icke assholes, damn it all. Icke assholes. Icke, not Duke. Icke, not the guy you're thinking of. Damn, you're. Anyways, yeah, I would recommend if you want to look that up and watch it. InfoWars, or it's actually on banned video. Probably where this abomination is going to end up. Probably go better in this case. But yeah, David Icke, emergency broadcast. We're at the crossroads. That'll be interesting. I like David Icke. I really do. Damn you all. I can never get back on here. I like David Icke, I do. I really do rather like David Icke. That is to say, I like him, or rather I like him, and I like him a lot. And I think he's a very interesting man. Aside from the space lizards and the moon is a holographic Aside from that, I think he's probably right about what he says. We are dominated by sociopaths and sociopathic hierarchy that is dominating us. And I think that's something important rather to say. And I think if you ever looked on the British show, I can't think of his name, something Rogan, not Joe Rogan, totally different guy. And I can't even remember the guy who was on the show. And turned again, and perhaps England was a bit smarter at this point, but he made the point. I hope this takes. Anyways, he made the point when he returned. What you think? What he said something like, "You think America is a stable society?" Oh, really? What do you think America is a stable society? Yeah, that's ludicrous, hilarious. I agree, and they made fun of him and laughed at him for years in bars and things, and that was bullshit. And he's a smart man. He knows a lot, and he studied and traveled all over the world with various leaders of countries. Like, he's talked to African shamans, and I think he talked to the Dalai Lama. Another guy you can talk to is a guy named what's his name, Russell Brand, and all of them, I'm sure, are a million times smarter than. It's close enough. Hopefully I'll make a video sooner than later that will be 30 to 40 minutes long, maybe 50 minutes long. One day. Interested in talking with me on a podcast, please let me know. And that's all for now. 666.